what is now Week in Review in World, or in World Week in Review, or something. The Inworld.
Well, happy weekend, everybody, and welcome to Inworld Review. Here we are again. Can you believe it? It's the end of the year and we have survived. And glad to know that you guys also have all survived. So before I go any further, my name is Thurza Ember, and I'm here with three wonderful people who I'd like to introduce you to if you don't already know them, and I think you probably do. First of all, we have Pet Love Pet Shop. Hello, Pet.
Hello.
How are you today?
Very well, thanks, and I hope everybody else is too.
And next to her is James Atloud. How are you doing, James, today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I hope I pressed the live button on YouTube. I think I have. So fingers crossed. Thank you.
Good job.
You're right.
And we also have a wonderful guest in the studio with us. It's Bloom Peters, and she's sitting right here, dressed like a fairy, as always, looking gorgeous. Hello, Bloom. How are you?
I am doing wonderful.
Great. And we're really glad to have you with us. Just to remind everybody at home, if there's a slight delay before you hear Bloom speaking, it's because she's using text to voice. So that takes just a little minute more to work sometimes. So we just wait to hear the wonderful things she's got to say. And she has a lot to say later in the interview, talking about her grid, her scripts, her projects. It's going to be really interesting. But before we get to that, there's a section of the show that we do every week, and it's called Hypergrid Happenings. And we're going to get James to show us what was broadcast earlier this week. Hi there, for Inworld Review, I'm Thurza Ember, and this is Hypergrid Happenings. First up, I'd like to tell you about an event that's happening on Saturday, December the 27th, at the Black White Castle. It was built 2 years ago by Bink Draconia, the incredibly talented and stylish artist, and they finally decided to inaugurate it with a ball, German style. The dress code is black and white, a little bit vintage and elegance all the way. What a beautiful sim it is. I saw it today. This event will begin at 8 p.m. in Europe time. That's 11 a.m. in California and 4 p.m. on the East Coast. And it's a great way to begin the New Year's festivities. And now let's get to the 31st of December. I've got two events of the very many that will be happening all over OpenSim. This one is the New Year's Eve Moonlight Cruise. It's over on Neverworld Grid and organized by Gundahar Bravik. You start on Redwood City region, and the cruise is a fun way to see in the new year, whether it's early or late, and to take in some of the sights of Neverworld, including the Golden Gate Bridge they have over there. Fantastic. Be there early to board the ship. It departs for a 1-hour cruise at 4 p.m. grid time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern, and of course midnight in England. The other event happening the same day that I'd like to highlight is a New Year's Eve party. It's organized by Trinity Mason and Jade Soraya, of course, DJ TJ rather, and Jade. And it's going to be happening on Rock City region over on DigiWorlds. The theme is flashy. They want you to put on some dressy party wear to go over there, and look forward to some upbeat party tunes for a 2-hour event with raffle, and there'll be gifts by River Island Fashions. This is a hypergrid friendly event, so you'll be able to enjoy it no matter what grid you start from. Another fun thing happening on Mobius Grid is that if you're still looking for presents, there are some things over here that you probably won't find anywhere else, and it's worth going to try your luck on Big's Big Xmas Adventure. Pig is a sort of Santa figure on Mobius, very accident prone. When you arrive on the welcome region called Green Hill Zone, you'll see him immediately. And when you approach him, he'll start to talk to you, and he'll give you some hints on where to fish out the presents that are in the water. This event closes on the 13th of January, so you've got plenty of time to go over there with some friends. And just a reminder that the HG Safari trips begin again on January 7th. But also this weekend on Sunday, we have a brand new episode of Inworld Review. So tune in right here on YouTube to see the show with our special guest, Bloom Peters, at 11 a.m. Second Lifetime. We look forward to seeing you there and wishing you a Happy New Year from Hypergrid Happenings. And there we go. The longest I've ever had to speak in one breath. I'm getting good at it, though. I feel like I could go scuba diving at any time at this point because
we're going to have this show in an aquarium soon.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah. Hey.
But just to go over some of those things, we did the Black White Castle, which is on Pangaea Grid, and of course all the links to these places are including in the comments for the short, and that's thanks to James, who does a great job of writing the links so that you could just copy and paste them. This is, if you look at the picture here, you'll see this wonderful region all done in black and white, and it's quite stark. It looks like a Tyrolese mountain scene. And here we are dancing, because this event that was mentioned in Hypergrid Happenings actually happened yesterday evening. European time. So here we are dancing, and if you look at the picture, you can see some of the people have grayscale faces, because the idea was that we should look kind of like a black and white movie. So here we are dancing. Fandor did the music. He is absolutely fantastic. Fandor of Fandoria Grid, and every song had either black or white in the name of the song. So there was White Wedding, there was quite a lot of more heavier songs, and then there was Amy Whitehouse's Back to Black. It was just really well thought out. And there he is. You could probably see him now in the picture. There's Fandor, and of course Bink, dressed really all in the black and white.
In the polka dot dress, yeah, cool.
Which was a real vintage dress, and it moved, some flexi prims, so it looked fantastic. Another dress I wanted to highlight is this one that you can see here. This is made by Chubby Cherub from Chubel's Grid. Chubby and Belzer, they're Germans, and they make clothes for OpenSim. And they did a wonderful fashion show earlier this year, and that's where I picked up this dress. This is actually me with the black hair there, dancing with Snowy. Their clothes are just fantastic, and it just goes to show you the creativity of OpenSim. But also, as was mentioned in Hypergrid Happenings, over on Neverworld, that cruise is fantastic. You dance, there's live music or a DJ singing the whole time. They take you under the Golden Gate Bridge, and they take you to see the city nearby. And there's also an underwater section where you get out and you go down in little mini submarines. So if you do get to do that cruise, it's really worthwhile. It's a lot of fun. Gundahar organizes it together with Amanda. They put that together. A lot of work. And I also wanted to show you, this is Rock City over on DigiWorlds. I don't know if you guys go to DigiWorlds very much.
Now and then,
but this is now and then, and this is a very hypergrid friendly region, Trinity's region, and it's got this great USA feel to it. It's fantastic because we all get to go around the world in OpenSim without leaving our houses. This is like a little trip around the USA. It's got that feel to it. It's a very loads of things to do. You can go racing cars, there's planes on it, and there's loads of different venues on the region. So shout out to Trinity for a really good job. And
did we go there as a safari, and is there a zoo there? Not too far from the airport?
On Neverworld, there's a zoo.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I don't think in DigiWorld. I think last time we went to DigiWorlds, we went flying in the planes or something.
Yes, okay.
It's been a while. We need to go back.
Yep.
Yeah, it has been quite a while. And finally, Mobius, which we all love, with the snowmen. So that's big. The guy in the red is the Santa figure, and you have to go stand very close to him and you talk to him in chat. And he'll answer you. And in his answer, there'll be a little hyperlink, and you click on that, and that takes you to the next bit of the hunt. And so it's lovely to see Mobius in the snow, don't you think? I really love that. Yeah. So that, guys, for this week is really Hypergrid happenings.
Oh, thanks.
And been fun. Yes. So next up is the reason why we're all here, which is the wonderful Bloom Peters is going to be interviewed by Petlove and James. So I hand over to James.
All right. Well, thank you, Thurza. And I need to get a little bit to my script here. So as you mentioned earlier, Bloom is going to be participating today with using some voice synthesis, which just blows my mind. But I first want to say thank you, Bloom, for being here today. Thank you for joining our show. And I think that I'd like to start just asking about the hypergrid in general. And because the Inworld review is about the hypergrid, we're interested in understanding what attracted you to use Open Simulator. And as part of that, when and why did you start with OpenSim?
My journey started in Second Life. Like most, I instantly became hooked to the platform due to how easy it was to learn it. I then discovered the many builds that creators was able to create throughout Second Life. So I became curious on building and scripting. I decided to take a scripting course, and my friend Takni Miklos has taught me how to code for the last 11 years. But I quickly found out how expensive Second Life is, and how it was significantly hindering my ability to create content due to high land prices and scripting limitations in SL. I began to research the possibility of a private server, the ability to run my own SL platform, and thus came OpenSim. I discovered OpenSim on my own due to searching Second Life private servers, and I started that journey in OS Grid. But even OS Grid was somewhat limited due to lack of ownership and not knowing how to set up special region settings I needed. So I created Winkstropia. And from there, my creativity exploded, and I was able to create anything I wanted under my own control.
Oh, that's awesome. I really I appreciate that, hearing that story. Before we get more of the technology, I'm just curious about your impressions about the communities of the hypergrid. So, we all have different, almost like tribes, different communities we belong to, and then we all interact across them. But in your opinion, what things work well about community in Open Simulator, and what might be some aspects that don't work as well?
The biggest factor is a sense of ownership. You truly own your land and can shape it with your own personality. The low cost is the largest advantage of OpenSim. I can afford 40 full regions for the price of a single parcel in Second Life. When you own your own land, it feels more like home. You are free to experiment and make your own mistakes. The downsides are the smaller user base, which makes discovery and growth more difficult. This is why I believe OpenSim should have had a workstation-style standalone mode combined with an online master server that links all grids together. Each grid would keep its own database, while the master server would simply connect regions on a shared map for easy discovery and hypergrid management. This would bring everyone together while preserving ownership and independent grid control. Another issue is inconsistent performance and stability, which varies depending on hosting and configuration. The OpenSim developers have been reluctant to assist me in unlocking these performance limits in the source code, preventing me from building a specialized version of OpenSim, but usually for good reason. But I am happy to report that I have now unlocked additional performance in OpenSim, making Winkstropia one of the fastest grids designed for speed and responsiveness when it comes to scripts and builds. It's probably not great for reliability, but I have not noticed any degradation to the server at all.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really stunning. So you mentioned Winkstropia, and Petlove, are you able to participate in the interview?
I am, yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
awesome. Thanks.
So we were going to ask you about your projects next, but you've already started. The first projects that came to mind were Wixtropia, which you've just told us so much about. How about the work that you've done with non-playing characters, the NPCs? They were amazing at your sim. Can you tell us some things about them?
The main goal of Winkstropia is to celebrate my favorite cartoon, Winx Club by Rainbow, with a special focus on the character Bloom, a fairy. The series follows a group of fairies who attend Alfea, a school where they learn and develop their powers, and Winkstropia is themed around this world. Everyone has their own thing or object or person that makes them happy the most. To me, that is Bloom. She helps me get through everything. One of the major projects is the Fruity Music Bar, a region set in Gardenia Town from Winx Club. It features AI-driven NPCs that can work, serve food, dance, and clean, a fully customizable system with multiple tasks and behaviors. The NPCs can interact with another and avatars in the region as well.
They are truly amazing. I was stunned at how personable they were. It was terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Bloom, how hard was it to set up those NPCs?
This project was inspired by Anna Music and the desire to create my own version of animated, self-playing musical instruments. It began in Second Life with a small organ that played notes as you walked on it. From there, it evolved into the first self-playing pipe organ driven by a note card, and eventually grew into a massive multi-instrument cat-infested machine. The cats became an iconic part of the build. I plan to release it publicly in early 2026.
Those cats are amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
can't wait to see it.
I think the first time I saw that, I just couldn't believe my eyes. All these pieces moving. Your brain explodes when you realize there's so much going on there. It's fantastic.
So Bloom, I have a video queued to play about for Crescent Melody, and I think it was Rock Your World. Would that be appropriate to play now?
Yes.
All right. Well, let me switch over to that then. Here we go. fade that down now. That's just incredible. And I heard you answer before about it being inspired by Annie music, and I can't remember when those videos came out. I know that they came out in standard definition. That's what I remember off the bat, is that it's that old in standard definition video. I had the DVD. I played those things all the time, and so, but I just don't understand how you got this to work in Open Simulator. I have another video here, and that one is, let's see, this is Black Box, and would now be a good time to play that video, or should I wait for a little bit?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look at this. And so this is called Black Box. Everybody, Crescent Melody 2 Studio. Bring the volume up.
Oh, the dog barking, that's great.
Yeah.
So then the beauty of this is that on Crescent Melody, Bloom has got each of these notes corresponds to a different thing that moves in the orchestra. So each of the cats, for example, each one is a different note, so they will move differently. But somebody who gets this system, they can use their own creations, and I'm pretty sure that's right. Bloom will tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So that they can then make their own stuff that then will jump around and be animated together with the notes that are being played on the MIDI.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had to create a special Windows application to convert the MIDI files into note card data, in which I can copy the tracks into each note card, which plays together in sync in the HUDs. I can show the application in action real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, let me stop this. All right. Yeah, so you'll show that through sharing the screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Your screen is showing. Wow, what a great color palette, too. Look at that design.
Left side is made for piano tracks combined.
Okay.
Right side for multi-track, and the point is to drag a MIDI file into one of the boxes. For example, this MIDI here.
Oh, okay.
So many choices.
It outputs each trap as clickable buttons, where you can click it to get the track data.
Wow.
Let's see the piano track. Copied, now I can paste the data.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Incredible. Wow.
It's an ocean of data.
Yes.
Each number is a note or a chord.
Wow.
I guess, I mean, how do you prepare that? Is that something you'd have to use AI to prepare, or
Number
she must have a
124.
code?
The filler node is
Uh-huh.
not used, but keeps it synced.
Okay. And hold on.
I made it over 11 years ago before AI existed, but now I improved it.
Ah,
Wow.
Wow, very cool. Um, so I don't know if this question is really in line, but thinking about changes in scripting that you've accomplished, I've noticed that Second Life is now introducing a version of Lua, the scripting language. And do you think that has any similar advantages for scripters? Is that going to have any kind of a performance increase? And could it come to the hypergrid?
That is going to be a huge improvement.
Is it? Oh, wow, fantastic. All right.
I hope it comes to OpenSim. It will be a game changer. It breaks through all those annoying LSL limitations. LSL is old and has so many restrictions, like script size limits, that hold you back from making really complex things. Lua just blows past all that. I hope that with Lua I can create much larger projects that are significantly more impressive. I've been scripting for 13 years now, and it has been the best decision I made. LUA in OpenSim would attract much more users who want better features and bigger projects at low cost.
Wow,
wow.
that's great to hear. Wow. Yep. So, Thurza, I think we're going to move to another topic. Are you ready to ask a question about that?
Sure, yeah. I can
Okay.
do that.
Yep.
I'm capable, I think.
Well, in our
Yes.
our
I
scripting
actually, it's
efforts, right?
yeah, but you know me, I'm just sad. I'm channeling Mal in refusing to cooperate with any sort of plan.
Right, right.
No,
Her
actually,
lungs is
it blew
measured in
we're going to talk
PSI.
about we're going to talk about Primmy's adventure now because that's my favorite thing. And it's the newest thing, and I've been lucky enough to come over to your grid several times and blog about the many different things you've done. But I think this was one of the things that just quite shocked me when I saw it. Primmy's Adventure, this wonderful old-fashioned Game Boy looking setup, and then suddenly your mind is blown by the fact you can actually play a video game in World, and even playing two people. So what inspired you to do that, and how did you even start to create it? Can you tell us about that?
Primmy's Adventure, a 2D scroller video game inspired by OpenSim. It's a story about a Prim I created called Primmy, who has a teacher named Professor Prim. They used to enjoy peaceful life in their region called Domino. Unfortunately, a griefer known around OpenSim became the perfect candidate for the Master Boss. I changed her name to Priscilla Syntax for the game. She attacked Wingstropia first where Primmy lived, and Primmy set off on an adventure to clear the region of bad code cubes. Primmy realized other grids needed help too, so she went on an epic adventure to save as many grids as she could before finally reaching Priscilla Syntax. I decided the game had to be AAA quality, a fully featured 30-plus level video game with many bosses to fight along the way. Primmy is very SASSY with her commentary because all actors in the game have voice lines and voice acting based on their environment. All levels have themed textures, sounds, and special enemies. The script is currently over 14,000 lines of code, which is insane. Firestorm can no longer edit the script without cutting half of it off. I love pushing OpenSim to its absolute limits, which is what Wingstropia is about. It's scheduled to be released in 2026.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
Just amazing.
Fantastic.
And I do have a video here, Bloom, of that. And I could share that, and then maybe you want to do some screen sharing. I'm not sure, but I'll start this at about 4 minutes in, which is where I think you had suggested starting. This would be some gameplay of Primy's adventure. So let's jump to that.
Lucky I didn't fart on top.
The sounds are fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Take me right back.
You lucky I didn't fart on top.
I love the fist.
You can't square up better than square like me, honey.
I can see a shared heritage too with the fruit bar and the character speaking there, to the way this character speaks.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's one of those things. This is one of those games that if you go over to the region, you just get so caught up in it, then you lose a sense of time.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly you realize, uh-oh. I've been
Mom's gonna
playing
be
this
after
way
me.
too long.
Right. Totally engaging. Right.
It's
I'm no mom by
fantastic.
choice.
And the
My
fact that
boundaries
you
aren't
can play in
fixed.
2, I think that's really nice because it makes it a social activity as well as a fun game, a challenge.
Square up better than a
But
square like me,
it's a
honey.
community thing too.
It's great.
I will show the multiplayer video after.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think we've got a great sense of this. So I think I'll pause this now, and then we can transition to your screen sharing, if you want to show the
Scrap that.
tools that you had. And this is the split screen multiplayer. Yep. Gosh, I remember a lot of split screen multiplayer in my
It
day.
supports split screen multiplayer for 2 players, and when 2 plays, it has special levels made for 2 players.
Oh,
Sweet.
Scrap that.
It's amazing. I look at this and I think it's so different from. I mean, there's so many different things happening in Open Sim. How can anybody say, "Oh, there's nothing to do. I'm bored" or something? There's always something to do in Open Sim. You just have
That's
to
so
get out
true.
there and find it. Is that not? Yeah. And such different things too. You can never say, "Well, it's just all the same activity." No.
No.
oh, that poor fellow.
Yeah. I was rooting for him.
Okay, all right.
That's probably what killed him.
Nah.
All right, so I'm not quite sure if there's anything more to share about Primy's World, but what a fantastic experience.
Oh, just to tell everybody, get over there and see it.
Get over and check it out.
So
Right.
We'll definitely put the link in the comments here so that people can find it.
And this really improves for me is the the sense of agency that that to me is a big part of engagement in what we're doing. And I mean, how can you be more engaged than playing a game, moving a character around to accomplish goals and to achieve missions and complete levels, and to bring something like this into Open Simulator is just mind-boggling.
I agree. So, James, were you going to ask something about Mal's memorial? You were going to say something about that? Is that
I
right?
I was, yeah. I was going to bring that up, and so I just want to make sure we've covered everything about Primi. I don't know if you had anything else to share, Bloom, about Primi's
With my
adventure.
new improvements to OpenSime, it is now 20 times faster and more efficient the games.
Yeah, yep.
Good Lord.
So fast.
Really amazing. And you're the only one doing this too, aren't you?
All that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
I think so.
All right. Well, yeah. I think we can transition then
No,
to.
actually,
Oh.
Mobius Grid is making a game, I think.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Very
another
good.
place where they're really up and ahead of so many other things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Love
awesome.
me some Mobius.
That's right. Well, thank you so much.
Shout out to Roy.
That's right, Royale. So yeah, so I'm not as familiar with this, but I'm going to ask about Mal's Memorial, and I understand this was an augmented reality project, and I think you may have sent me an image, but I couldn't find it, and so I wonder if you could tell me more about this augmented reality project.
Due to privacy restrictions on the MetaQuest 3, users cannot capture images through the pass-through camera while running a mixed reality application. So I couldn't get images in time, but I can record a video and post it later. Mal's Memorial is a VR experience designed specifically for the MetaQuest 3. Players choose a real-world location, such as a park or any open area at least 30 by 30 feet, where the scene is rendered. When the experience loads, you stand in front of a 3D model of Malburns and quickly notice that his hat is missing. Your objective is to physically walk around the space to find it. The game dynamically decides where to place the hat based on real-world surroundings, often on a park bench or hanging from a tree, but never on the ground. Once you pick it up, the hat glows brighter and an illuminated arrow appears above it, guiding you to where it needs to be placed. When you return the hat to the indicated spot on Mal's head, the statue slowly moves back about 30 feet. At that moment, a new memorial rises from the ground, featuring a large screen at its center and several interactive buttons in front of you. Touching each button plays a video telling Mal's story and highlighting his impact on the community. There are 5 videos in total, and each button remains green once activated. After all 5 are played, the memorial descends back into the ground, a door closes, and Mal's statue moves forward again. He now wears his hat, and flowers begin to grow all around you, transforming the environment into a peaceful and beautiful memorial. The experience is also planned for release on the SideQuest platform once meta approval is granted.
That is so nice.
That's really amazing.
Beautiful.
Right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
truly amazing. Yeah.
That's really, really great.
I'm going to have to
We
watch
really
for
hope
that
they
link.
make that video. Yeah,
Yeah,
please
right.
do that.
And I'll have to.
I have the APK and project in Unity.
Okay. I'm going to have to blow the dust off of my Quest 2 and see if I can find my way in there. It's been a while. Well, thanks so much.
We definitely would like to feature that on the show. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, it would.
If you send us the video, for sure, we'd love to show that.
You can bring it yourself and join us.
Mm.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and it reminds me of, I'm thinking of, is it Pokemon Go? Where, it's an augmented reality game where you go and you collect Pokemon, by looking at the environment you're in. And that I really love that stuff. In fact, more than the VR headsets, I think the augmented glasses are going to be really transformative for our upcoming technology experiences.
I agree. Yeah, and we really are starting to be in a great period of mixed realities, don't you think? It's getting more and more important in OpenSim that we have this opportunity to mix the realities. We see it in education, of course, but also in the art world and through things like this. It's fantastic. I think, Pet Love, do you have any questions at all to ask?
I just have a lot of thank yous. I think that your work is really inspirational and amazing, Bloom, and I'm delighted to meet you and to now really understand what you do. which makes it even more impressive. So kudos is what I want to say.
Yeah, I think along that line, did we want to ask about anyone or communities that have been an inspiration for your projects, Bloom?
My inspiration has always been my childhood hero, Bloom from Winx Club. Although fictional, she embodies the courage to create new paths. She didn't simply follow established magical traditions. She discovered her own dragon flame powers and forged her own identity. In the same way, I'm not just using existing tools. I'm modifying Yenjin source code, creating custom applications, and building complete systems that push boundaries and unlock OpenSim's performance. Some developers consider this a bad idea, and I understand their concerns, especially for large commercial grids. However, Wingstropia is small and personally managed, which allows me to push performance further while maintaining stability.
Amazing. In a similar vein, do you consider yourself an inspiration to others?
My creations have inspired many people, and they've shown strong interest in my builds. I've given away or sold several items that others have used to create their own experiences, such as roller coasters. While I haven't formally mentored anyone, I have guided a few people by showing them how to use the tools I provide. So far, however, I haven't seen much interest in the music machine from other musicians. But once I release it, I'm sure people will have a blast playing with over 145 instruments in the Crescent Melody Studio, which supports every MIDI format with some limitations, such as only quantized MIDI are supported and not real-time recorded MIDI files.
For sure, that's the most difficult thing, isn't it? To get raise awareness, because people would love that. They just don't realize it's there.
What would you recommend to anyone who wants to do what you do? Is it even possible?
I strongly recommend committing to a project and seeing it through to completion before starting a new one. Otherwise, unfinished work piles up, something none of us are very good at avoiding. And never give up. There is always a way around a limitation, even if the workaround feels unrealistic at first.
Wow, thank you.
Cool.
So Thurs, I think we can ask you to wrap us up here.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Bloom what she thinks is going to come up in 2026. You got stuff planned for the new year?
I am planning a new Crescent Melody 2.0 machine that will use all instruments on resers per song.
Fantastic.
That's going to be amazing. And people, we really do need to raise awareness of this wonderful creator that we have, Bloom Peters, here in OpenSim. We should be proud of her, and we should be making sure that everybody who could use her technology themselves to make their own creativity even better, that they're aware of her and of her creations. Don't you think, guys? We need to get the word out. Many people are aware, but maybe they don't realize that she's such a sweetie. We can go and talk to her anytime.
Oh, yeah.
As well as releasing the music machine to everyone free of charge and release Primmy's Adventure. But that game will not be totally free. The game will be free, but the dev kit will cost.
Oh, that makes great sense. Yeah.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good.
Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much, Bloom. And we're going to get James and Petlove now to tell us a little bit about virtual news and views, I think.
That's next. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, here we go.
So I'm looking for your slides, Petlove.
Yeah. So am I. Oh dear.
I think it's the tab to the left.
Most
there
of my
you go.
creations are free with some perks that can be purchased, but the whole build is free and fully usable.
That's what I love about your stuff, Bloom. It makes sense that some of the things do cost money because there's a huge amount of work gone into it, but that you give away so much too. It's lovely.
All right.
Yeah, that's the sign of an enlightened person, to be able not to be greedy about things like that. I
At
think
least
it's
Primmy's
terrific.
adventure will never run in Essal.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, not possible,
Okay.
probably.
Impossible!
Yeah, yeah.
Well, their loss.
All right. Oh, we have music for news and views, don't we?
We used
let's
to.
let's see.
It's
Trick
trick music.
Yes, trick music. Let's have that trick music. There it goes.
Like sharing all free, it gets your content out better.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, there it is, the trick bit.
Yay!
It didn't get me this time, I'm happy to say.
Yay!
Thanks again, Bloom. That
Yep.
was awesome. It really was. I'm going to move us on now to news and views, and I have 3 topics. The first one is Robin Gundahar. Gundahar Brabin and his friend Govega Sashatort are doing some terrific things over at Neverworld Grid, their grid. Welcome to episode 4. I am Pet Love Pet Shop, and let's get started. This, yeah, the sim is beautiful. These two they're enlightened. They just have a beautiful sim with a lot of very terrific stuff going on. They are constantly improving whatever they can. Besides being beautiful, they're doing a lot of things with technology, and it's all designed to enhance their residents' lives. Today, I want to focus on the broadcast studio plans, and they have some unusual software for their marketplace too. So, for the marketplaces are important to us because we love to dress up and buy toys and build toys, and Neverworld addresses those needs and our desires by having a terrific marketplace. Contributors and shoppers can go on there and find whatever they're looking for. The new system randomly highlights 5 products just from somewhere on their marketplace, and they treat the chosen objects with terrific photographs. They have explanations for them enhanced. I think they enhanced the descriptions a little, and they post them not only at the top of the marketplace offerings, but they also feature them on Facebook as well, on the Neverworld Grid Facebook page. So you never from week to week, everybody gets a fair chance of having their stuff represented. Items are just presented beautifully, and like I just said, it's a fair way to give everybody an equal chance to have their things promoted. So that's a good approach for sure. And that's just a splash to highlight the fact that they make it as beautiful as they can. Those couches are for sale, and you could probably get the spotlights too. I don't know. The next part of this is about their broadcast plans. The second project is growing and expanding on Neverworld Grim. They're making a Never TV network. It's a grid-wide network, which will also be available on YouTube to some degree. It's almost ready, and the people, Gundahar, is not just looking for viewers. He wants residents who will host shows, act, entertain, or work on the technical side of production, be camera people or, filmers. So residents, anybody who wants to have anything to do with either a show or commercials or to learn how to become a broadcast person, this is an opportunity for everybody who lives there to get involved and to learn and possibly, learn some skills that will really keep them going.
Broadcasting
great
from
idea.
OpenSim. Yeah, who would have
Isn't it
thought?
though? And, they could have a cooking show, they could have a talk show, a comedy hour.
Yep.
I'm thinking sports talk shows and covering virtual or even real life sporting events, They could do playoffs, the sky's the limit. And those are also Gundahar's words. He's willing to consider any, reasonable topic. And it's a golden opportunity. It really is. It's a lot of people are afraid to try to go into this area, but once they do, with the support they'll receive at Neverworld, they have a good chance to learn quite a lot. And I know people who have gotten professional filming jobs for major TV networks as a result
Oh.
of what they learned in Second Life. So it's good to look at it that way too.
And
He's
hey, if you can learn by your mistakes, then we are the professors of broadcasting.
That's right. Maybe we should rent ourselves out.
Because nobody makes more mistakes
That's
than
right.
us.
No, that's not true. I know because I used to make a lot more mistakes. So there's hope for the future. But this is a shot of an overhead shot. He's got all kinds of several, like 5 different kinds of studios. Um, he's got a great big. He's got big and small places where you can learn to film, where you can hold your events, or you can take it out to wherever you need to take it out. But there are lots of production facilities. Here's a really big stage, and it's just amazing what they can do. So that's the jumbo
Fascinating.
set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
So I need to flip through. I went the wrong way on that. Additional studios. Here's another internal studio where if you want to shoot something professionally from inside, he's just got it all. They have screening areas in World. You can watch things like YouTube, or you can watch movies, or you can watch whatever you create. You can have parties if you're having an after football game, spectacle of some sort. There's just no end to the creativity that you can have access to, your own creativity that you can access. But the idea is to foster the creativity and give all of Neverworld's residents opportunities that will get them started and help them learn. And what really tops this off for me, he's got a news chopper.
Ah,
I'd be
the
such a
eye in
pest
the
with a news
sky.
chopper. Yeah. When I asked him, Gundahar, what specific topics would be considered, he said that the sky was the
Quite
limit.
remarkable lift.
Yeah. There
Fantastic.
are there are already Blender classes being broadcast. There's a show about exploring Neverworld Live, and they highlight the marketplace, as I said before. But they're also going to be highlighting it with film in the near future as well, I believe. He wants to focus on some of the creators, sort of like QVC. I made these shoes, I got started, sort of like what we're doing here, but
Ooh,
it's going to be about what's for sale on the marketplace. Probably shorter
neat.
clips. Yes, that'll be interesting. Um, and then, like as I was saying, you can just learn so much here. And as you said, there's a it's okay to make mistakes here, where it wouldn't be okay in the real world, you know. And if you make enough mistakes while you're learning, you won't get a good report card. Whereas
That's
here, you
right.
can keep doing it until you really get it down. So, um, homes are available. The land's not free, but it's very inexpensive. And I was really glad to have met Gundahar and heard about his and Go Vegas plans because, it's close to my heart, and I just think they're doing a terrific job. So, the next topic I wanted to just touch on, Pangea is having an art and culture festival. It's returning in 2026, and the opening takes place in virtual Cologne on January 31st. It'll feature artists from OpenSim, and they'll try real hard to celebrate diversity and the richness of artists and residents alike. DJ Marlon Wayne will be the opening. He'll be the evening's host, and you can catch it 3 times. They're going to have broadcasts over the course of 2026. They'll have 3 main broadcasts and lots of other things in between, but they won't all be broadcast. But these will. And here is a slide with the 3 different websites that you can
Oh,
find
okay.
these things
Oh,
at.
that's handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can always refer back to news and views here.
Out of voice credits ups. Going to typing.
Okay, no problem. So that's it for Pangea, and that's going to be a really terrific festival. They've got it laid out really nicely, and it's going to last a whole year, and I just think it's looking beautiful already, and it's barely started. So hasn't started. It starts soon.
And that's Lampi Tala. She's the organizer. Is that right?
Oh, okay.
I believe
Lampi
so.
Tala
Yeah.
artist.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is.
she's a
Hmm.
fantastic artist in her own right, of course.
Mhm.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
wonderful.
And
Right.
she's participated in HIE and a lot of other large
Sure.
expositions, and so I'm sure she'll do a really great job with this as well, and everybody who's helping her will too. And then the last thing in my report is that we did lose Lunaria, sadly. Um, During the last set of her memorial, DJ Spirit gathered all of her last requests um, at parties that she had been at throughout the years. He went back and looked through chats and put together a set of songs that she had requested over the past year or two. And that can be seen and heard at a web page that is not showing on my slide here. I'm gonna have to put the link. The link will be available in the YouTube video
Okay.
when we put it up.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
But it was a very nice, beautiful memorial service I could see, and the music that Luna asked for was all. It'll make you cry, I promise, if you're in the mood for a good
I
cry.
think it's lovely. Bloom just said that Luna inspired her. That Luna inspired Bloom's Desert Sim, which I have
Okay.
never visited. Now that's another
Oh,
place
okay.
I want to go and
Oh,
see. Have
good.
you guys seen it? I've never seen it.
No.
I have not.
Nope.
I don't
Oh, we
get
have
out
to go.
much. Hmm. They only let
Oh,
me out
she
now
says,
and
I
then.
completely forgot that Luna just inspired that desert, in fact. Oh, she says
Oh.
it has insane storms. Oh, gosh. So we
Oh my
definitely need to
gosh.
go
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah,
because we're
definitely.
insane. So we'll fit right in.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's
That's
it
a
for me. Thank
wonderful.
you.
That's such a beautiful thing that he did at Pet Love. Thank you for highlighting that. It's just a
Yeah.
wonderful idea. And
Mhm.
we're pretty much out of time now, so I'm going to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Bloom. Really appreciate you coming. And we'll definitely put that link that you've just supplied there to me about something that Luna inspired. We'll put that video link in the comments. So I'd just like to also thank James, of course, for all his hard work. You guys have no idea how hard James works behind the scenes to make the show
He
happen.
does such a
Thank you,
good job.
James.
Oh, well, thank
Yeah.
you,
He does.
Thurza.
He
Yep.
really does.
I enjoy doing
Yeah.
it.
And also, Pet Love, thank you for being here and being yourself.
Thank you.
And your crazy self. And thank you for saving my bacon earlier. I won't tell the public what you did, but I couldn't have got through the
Well,
show
you
without
saved my bacon too. It was a mutual
And-
bacon saving.
And on that note, which bacon, now we're all hungry, of course.
Yeah.
I'd just like to thank everyone for watching the show. And tune in next time. You'll learn more about OpenSim and the Hypergrid on Inworld Review. Thank you all.
And we saw